What up, what up, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, founder of SWAV Eyewear and SWAV Agency, man. And check this out. We got a good episode today, man. It's March, right? Spring is here. We got new stuff. Spring cleaning is going on. A lot of stagnant energy is getting broken up just in a lot of people's lives. And so I want to switch it up, man. I want to start talking about like companies that are, doing direct to consumer good or that have just swallowed the pill. And so today I want to talk about Nike and Footlocker and direct to consumer, right? So, I talk about direct to consumer. This platform, this YouTube channel is all about direct to consumer and D2C, right? So we're going to just really get right into it. When you think about direct to consumer, I really hope that you're not thinking about this from a perspective of like, it's a thing that you can think about, right? You can't think about this. Like, this is here, right? When we look at Footlocker and Nike, let's think about this, right? Nike just announced that Footlocker is no longer going to be carrying their products. And it's funny because when I would go to a Footlocker previously, and even like a lot of other stores like Finish Line and stuff like that, like let's say last year, I would be like, damn, why does it seem like there's not a lot of Nikes here? And there was a reason for that. Because ever since like 2014, Nike started focusing on direct to consumer. That's why you've seen a lot of push for the Nike app. Nike has literally put $2 billion in assets and resources to their direct to consumer strategy. And I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, the past year, 8 months, 12 months, I have not bought a pair of Nikes in the store. The only Nikes that I bought was from the app at the house, laying in bed, and it would get here in 5 to 7 days, right? So I'm like, oh, wow, this is interesting. So they're not licensing out, this anymore. Then I started doing more research. Before Nike started focusing on direct to consumer, their direct to consumer sales, and when I say direct to consumer, understand and know that it's the consumer is buying from the supplier, is buying from the brand, right? There is nobody in the middle. There's no middleman. I need you to understand the power in this because I don't think that people fully understand what's really going on here, right? Nike said, we're going to focus on D2C. Before that, their D2C sales for Nike, the whole brand, was like 12%. So 12% of their total revenue was coming directly from their consumers. Reading an article, doing research, and I'm like, oh shit. Now their D2C sales is 35%. So think about this. That is a 23% increase in D2C sales, but you got to think about the margin, right? If Nike is selling their products in stores, let's say Footlocker is selling a pair of Nikes for $100. That means that Nike is selling it to Footlocker for, let's say, $45 or $50 because they got to get their spread. That's how you stay in business. So now Nike is saying, we're no longer going to sell our products to the middleman for wholesale price. Instead of selling it for $50 to a middleman so the middleman can make money and sell to the end consumer, now they're saying, we're going to take this same product and we're going to sell it for $80 or $90 to our end consumer. So the end consumer is going to get a better deal, but they're also going to get what? The data. I don't think people understand the power and importance of data. See, a lot of people that watch these videos or that are starting in e-commerce, they don't see the long term. They don't understand that the name of the game is data because they just looking at it as I want to make some money. But the more money you start making, the bigger your business grows. It's all a data play. Did you know that Tesla is a data company? Let me tell you how Tesla is a data company. Because every mile that somebody with a Tesla is driving in, right? Tesla is now expanding their the way that they're tracking the roads. So all across the world, people are driving Teslas, and Tesla has an algorithm where like now Tesla knows like it's like a GPS tracking software type shit, right? This is the brilliance of having a product but extracting data when a customer or a consumer is using the product. You got to understand that the name of the game is data. And I'm not talking about just email. That's the beginning of it. What's their birthdays? What's their shoe size? What's their size? What's their favorite product that they purchased from you? Once we start doing all of this shit, that's when you really start becoming powerful. That's when you start becoming a powerhouse, right? But Nike's like, oh, we're not going to do this no more. We're going to cut out the middleman. And they probably, the CEOs probably know each other. The CEO is probably like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Or, you know, ma'am, right? Whoever's a CEO, like, at the end of the day, we've been doing this for 10, 15, 20 years. It's time that we gotta do what's best for the business now. They cut out the middleman. So now here's what happens. In an article I was reading, it said Footlocker in 2020, 75% of gross sales from Footlocker came from Nike products. Let me break this down for you. Nike makes Jordan, okay? Nike makes Jordan. So if that's the case, if Nike makes Jordan, and Nike also makes Nikes, and Footlocker sells a majority of their product, what position or predicament does that put Footlocker in? Puts them in a pretty shitty situation. Now, if Footlocker wants to stay alive, they're gonna have to build their own brand. This is the era of the brands, yo. Like, I hope you understanding what I'm saying. This is the era of the brands. Nike's like, shit, why would we give you revenue? We're basically giving you equity in our business by being a distributor, when now we can be our own distributor through our app and through running ads, right? And we're gonna make more money, have a higher margin, and we're not gonna have to sell as many units. This is what's going on in the world of business and product-based businesses right now. While people over here sitting around trying to get into stores. Why are you trying to get into stores when one of the biggest brands in the world just pulled out of a store? Let's think about this. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm really saying here. Direct to consumer is the future, it's the now, and it's been it for the past 10 years. It's really been it for the forever, because fuck the middleman, right? Nipsey said, fuck the middleman. This is a forever thing. But technology is allowing you to cut out the middleman, but still get the same exposure and visibility as you would if you were in all these stores. While everybody's trying to get into stores, I don't want to be in a store. I stand on that. All my clients, they know what they know what the focus is. Every single client that I work with, they know D2C, direct to consumer. It's a long-term play. And those people that focus on direct to consumer, they're going to win. They're going to win. Getting in these stores, the stores don't care about you. I need you to understand that. But you care about you. You should care about you. I would hope that you care about you. I would hope that you care about your business. The only way you're going to make it is if you become self-sufficient, you pull your pants up, and you get it cracking. However you do that, you got to have strategy, which is why I say it's so important to have strategy. That's why I believe that you should be hiring me, right? Because strategy is so important. But direct to consumer is the best strategy. Now, how do we go about that? How do we sell products? That's granular things that we have to think about and talk about. But I want you to understand, direct to consumer is the name of the game. And we can come back to this video in 10 years and we're going to see exactly what happened. Footlocker right now is about to become a blockbuster, right? It's going to be a point in time where nobody goes into a store to buy their shoes. Think about that. Nobody's going to be going into stores to buy their shoes. So why would you put your product into stores? Why would you put your product into stores? If the future, nobody's going to be going into stores to buy it. Everything's going online. Everything's going digital. We got the Metaverse, which is a fake reality. It's a fake reality. Like, think about this. Direct to consumer, email lists, SMS lists, data. You should be able to know about your customer. You should know what type of customers you have, how to connect with them, what kind of emails you should be able to send to them, right? Things they like, things they don't like. Long-term thinking here. That's why I always say it's not about money. It's not about the money. It's about the long term. It's about the sustainability. It's about the strategy. It's about knowing what you're really building. Footlocker's stock price has dropped while Nike's stock price has increased. I wonder why. I wonder why. Nike is having historical revenue milestones. Why is Nike having historical revenue milestones? Because they focused on direct to consumer. They focused on direct to consumer. So when are you going to take it very, very, very serious that you need to be focused on direct to consumer? If all your competitors, let me tell you this, getting in the store is nothing but an ego stroke. That's all it's about. To be able to say that you in a store. But what's going to happen when that store says, I'm sorry, we're not going to carry you anymore because we're creating our own brand. We're creating our own brand and we're going to create the same product that you sell. So you would be a competitor to us. And now you're just sitting there stuck, looking stuck. This episode, this video is really like a state of emergency to all product-based business owners. If you're not focused on direct to consumer, what you doing? Data will save your life. I had a client last month, they launched a new product, a new collection, and in 4 days, they did $20,000, right? In 4 days, they did $20,000. They didn't spend any money on ads marketing this product, all off of their email list, direct to consumer. They didn't have to ask a store to put them in so that they could make $20,000. We said we gonna get it on our own. That's what this shit is about. Direct to consumer is about being on the offense. It's about being on the offense. So when are you gonna take this shit really serious? When are you gonna say fuck the middleman? When? When are you gonna say it? I want you to really ask yourself that. Direct to consumer is what we're living in. Everybody's buying off the internet from specific brands. Nobody goes to department stores anymore. The only time people are going to stores is when they're like, I need something quick right now. But customer behavior now, people just buy in advance to stock up on products, right? Let's think about this. This is real life. If you have a product-based business and you're not focusing on direct to consumer, you're about to be getting put out of business. Or your business is not going to grow and you're going to stay and you're going to flatline. And what is a flatline? It's when somebody's dead, right? So, hey, man, I'm Isaiah. If you want to grab this workbook, you can grab it at swavcircle.com. If you want to schedule a one-on-one strategic intensive with me, you can do that and we can focus on your direct-to-consumer. But stop playing games, yo. Direct-to-consumer is here. It's now. It's the future. It's going on, and it's not going anywhere. It's been here for as long as we've been living, all right? Always remember, everything you do in life starts with a vision. Peace.